Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today I figured it'd be a time for a ZVZ. This is from TSL 9. It's going to be Serral versus Reynor here on Tropical Sacrifice. Top right going to be Serral, bottom left going to be Reynor. These two players are rivals. Reynor has a habit of upsetting Serral from a couple of years ago, and I don't know. They just know each other so very, very well because they've been playing against each other on the European ladder for a few years now. So, let's see what head games there are going to be today in this ZVZ from, again, TSL 9. It's yellow versus purple. That's how you know it is TSL 9. Ooh, hatch first in it. Here is Serral. That is a risk, but Reynor also hatch first is it. So, both players taking a risk with hatch first play, but since they both did, it's not a risk at all. Maybe it's a gentleman's agreement. Reynor's camera is bouncing all over the place. He uses camera hotkeys. That much is for certain. Overlord's moving out. Yeah, so 16, 18, 17 here from both of these players. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I don't know. What are we going to do here, guys? We're going to try to kill each other. This is ZVZ. Nobody went for a 12 pool. Nobody tried to bring drones across the map and tried to throw up some spines on the other player's creep. Come on, what is this? You guys are so nice to each other here. Now, the crazy thing about ZVZ is that there can be these random ling timings where like 20 lings show up and you weren't quite ready for it, and then you're a very sad panda. Or, you know, roach timings. Niduses are a big thing here too. Roaches and Ravagers trying to kill each other are a big deal here in this matchup while we're at it. And yeah, not ultra late game, but late game ZVZ does end up turning into Lurker, Hydra, Viper. And if you go Ultras, you're just going to die. Because Ultras are super bad against Lurkers. Like, insanely bad against Lurkers. Like, worse than Marines are against Lurkers, quite possibly. So they both make 2 lings. This is going to be some fun. You know, do we want to try to kill each other? Serral goes for the scout. Reynor says, no, don't go for the scout. How dare you? Sees the third hatch. And Serral says, that's good. That's all I needed to know. Third hatch coming in. I'm doing the same thing. So both players going for that third. A little bit earlier here from Reynor. Baneling nest a little bit earlier from Reynor too. And speed looks about the same. So Reynor's a tiny bit ahead in this game. Because he made more lings. Serral made a couple extra lings here. So his army's a tiny bit bigger. But that means that Reynor's buildings and tech are coming up a little bit faster. So yeah, maybe a mistake there from Serral. Those extra lings aren't going to help him at all. And it does give Reynor a tiny bit of an advantage in the game. So we'll see how this works out. I mean, this is not... Yeah, this is... I don't know. Could you feasibly wall this and be on 3 bases? Is Azure going to be happy making roaches? I don't know. I mean, definitely this is not something that Serral is trying to do by any stretch. Defensive Ling is up here from Reynor. Queen walking down to the 3rd base in case, you know, for injects and whatnot. No defensive banelings here from Serral, though. So he's not worried about being attacked. I mean, Reynor's not super worried either. He's got exactly 1 baneling. Like the minimum of defensive banelings you can ever go for. 3rd base pops from Serral, but like I said, it's already an inject on here for Reynor. He's early. The queen walk is a little bit slower too. So, I mean, from this stage of the game, if I had to say somebody's going to win this thing, it's going to be Serral. Oh, wait, sorry, it's going to be Reynor. Misspoke there, but, you know, you just never know, do you? Both players going for, well, Roach Warren. At least missile attacks coming in from Reynor. He hasn't started a Roach Warren yet. Interestingly enough. There it is. So Roach Warren a little bit later. So the builds are basically the same, but a little bit out of order here from both players. It's not really going to change much. We're going to see a lot of Roaches. Lots of Ravagers trying to murder each other right in the face, too. Zergling comes in, sees what's what, gets absolutely executed for it. And yeah, just... Link scouts are impossible to deny on this map. There's too many ways they can get in. They can come in from over here. They can come in from here. They can come in from here. They can come in from here. You're going to get Ling Scouts is how this works. Remember what I said about Ling Flood? Yeah, this is what we're seeing right now. This is a bunch of lings are coming in right now. Defensive banelings showing up. How many? Well, okay, 20 lings from Serral. Oh, gonna get that queen too. Baneling does connect there. More. Oh, Serral's got his own banelings over here too. Insane. And Reynor's gonna lose his third base to this. Massive, massive, massive engagement here from Serral, taking the third base down. Boy, that was what a reversal. That's what I said. That's what I said, right? The timing of these little crazy ling floods that can absolutely make the difference in a game. Reynor gets some roaches out, but his third base is toast. He's going to replant it, yes, but Serral's third base is running nice. There's an oversaturation of workers in the main base and in the natural base because Reynor's third base is gone, and this is so bad. Oh, and then a mutalisk play from Reynor. He swaps over into mutas. He's like, okay, I'm behind. I got to make Serral think I'm going roaches so that he will make roaches himself. But what I'm really doing, this is crazy, what I'm really doing is going for a spire secretly back home. Yeah, this ling scouting, I'm telling you. So he sees roaches here, and yeah, Serral's going for a lair. Let's see if he actually taps down a spire of his own. He immediately starts up the glial reconstitution upgrade. Yes. Great, great stuff there. So, Spanelings, roaches, I'm telling you, this spire is going to be huge. It's going to be huge from Reynor. Yeah, I mean, definitely played a game or two myself in a ZVZ where I've gotten caught off guard by a million mutalisks that show up when I'm trying to kill somebody with roaches. And it's like, oh, sometimes your roaches, you have enough of them where you can kill them and kill all of their stuff before the mutas kill all your roaches, and then they're very sad. But a lot of the time, the roaches just die before they can actually do any real damage on the other side of the map. Muta DPS is pretty great. Roaches are pretty slow. It's not a great combo for the roaches here. So yeah, look at this. It's 20 roaches to 10 roaches, but guess what? Reynor's saving up money for mutas. Bam, 5 mutas on the way immediately upon the completion of that spire. So is it going to be muta harass? It's going to be like muta roach here. Dude, there is no anti-air. There are queens, obviously, but there's no spores. There's no hydralisk den here either. Yeah, my voice is cracking because I am still about 100% back from my losing my voice experience that I had last week. But, you know, feeling pretty good otherwise. Yeah, roach speed isn't... There you go. It is done now. So here we go. This is going to be roaches. Oh, lings get in. And they see the spire. And Serral says, more roaches, go. He doesn't have as many as I do. It's 38 to 17 roaches. Is this muta gamble going to be enough for Reynor to win this game? Or is this just going to be the roaches win because there are 100 million of them and the mutas can't kill them fast enough? Yeah, that's it, man. Drones are here to fight. This is not happening for Reynor. Even if he kills all these roaches, which, you know, the mutas will do that eventually if Reynor doesn't tap out first. But yeah, 40 drones just died. 40 drones just died there. The roaches are still here. More roaches coming out. And GG, Serral wins game 1 of our sneaky twofer here today. Well done. Serral's sticking around? What are you doing, man? Don't get extra kills. That's not fair. Yeah, so that was just Serral with a very sneaky Ling Bane timing attack on the third of Reynor. Wiped it out, and that was it. Reynor went for mutas as a way to kind of take Serral by surprise, and it might have worked, except that it got scouted. Lings got in here, saw that. Serral said, full speed ahead. Let's go. That was his cue to attack, because the longer he waits, the worse it's going to be for him with a muta count. So yeah, he just goes for it, man. Completely wipes it. It's 6,000 to 3,000 resources lost. I mean, that's double. Just brutal loss there from Reynor. Game 1 of the sneaky twofer then, right? But, I mean, yeah, 23 roaches died, but he killed 30 roaches and a hatchery and 46 drones. So he's fine. He's fine. GG. Well done there. Game 1 does go to the Finn. Let's see how Game 2 goes. I'll be right back. All right, Game 2 is going to be here on Inside and Out. Bottom left, it's Reynor. Top right again, it is Serral. ZVZs can turn on a dime. That is for sure. Walling off against Zerglings is super hard on that map, which Serral recognizes, and Reynor just wasn't ready for it, and he lost his third base. Man, ZVZ, my least favorite matchup to play, and maybe it's Serral and Reynor's least favorite matchup as well. Because, you know, it kind of can get clown fiesta-y. And if somebody of a lower rank beats somebody of a higher rank in a ZVZ, I just don't take that into consideration. Right? Just because of stuff like that. Like we saw in the last game. So hatch firsting here is Reynor. Pool firsting here is Serral. Alright, man. Serral. Aggressive build. So pool into hatch at 17 supply, into gas at 16. Well, 17 supply, so... Overlord scouting out. The music. Apprehensive. Three sets of lings. Nope. Just one set. Two sets. Two sets of lings and a drone. So yeah, I mean, this is not an attempt to kill Reynor at all. This is making a couple lings for aggressive purposes. It's going to run into an Overlord here probably. Did this Overlord see it? Yeah, definitely did. Came down this ramp. Came down this ramp and said, yeah, so there's lings on the way. But guess what? The hatch first timing from Reynor means he's got lings on the way too. So yeah, this is the difference between a pool first play and a hatch first play is not much, right? Unless you go 12 pool, and then yes, the lings will get here before the enemy lings pop out against a hatch first. But for now, this is just scouting. He's just like, I just want to know what Reynor's up to. Don't worry about it. Pretty good micro here, actually. There you go. Takes down that ling. Ooh, this ling lives. Now there's a queen out, and ranged attacks are, you know, how this works. This actually, man, he drags off creep. That queen's gonna get him. Snapped. Great. So third base coming in here from Reynor. Same build we saw in the last game. Pretty fast Baneling Nest here from Serral. Traditionally, we see that around 4 minutes in ZVZ from him, but in this matchup, he's getting this fast. So he's gonna go 2 base with speed, and I think he's just gonna try to Ling Flood this potentially, and maybe to snipe the third. So this is easier for him to do this game because, you know, you got speed faster. And yeah, this is just impossible to wall off and defend against Massling at all. So this third base is naked. Serral can see it. Serral's getting a third base of his own. So I don't know. Maybe this is just defensive Banelings after all. Reynor's Baneling Nest is almost done too. So let's see. At this stage, what? 30 to 34 workers in favor of Reynor. Serral's army is bigger. Gonna send these lings across. There you go. To harass this third base. So let's see. Queens are gonna try to walk across here and save it. They're so slow though. Queens off creep, man. They're trying to spread it, but let's see. This is gonna be huge. Could Serral do this? Ah, Baneling does connect there. On a handful of those lings. Oh, Banelings connect on the hatchery too. They're like, well, I guess we're gonna soften it up, bruise it up for a future kind of attack here. He's got 2 more sets of lings on the way. He's got some drones coming in here too. Inject. Serral's not injecting. If you ever feel bad for not injecting on your own hatchery perfectly all game, every game, just, you know, Serral's like 5 seconds late on that. Attack on the third base of Serral does get rebuffed by Serral's own lings and banelings there. Lings get inside the house. They check for a lair. They check for a roach warren. They don't see any of that stuff. And yeah, Reynor's going for dem roaches. That's all we're going to see here from him. Roach warren's done for Serral too. His +1 missile attack's coming in a little bit ahead here from Reynor. And again, it doesn't matter as much in the non-mirror matchups, but yo, when it comes to ZVZs, it's all about timing. If you can have +1 attack in a Roach v Roach battle where you have similar numbers, yeah, you're going to be just great. Thanks. Baneling is a lot. Baneling does go down. Lings are going to try to pin this queen in, and she gets an eject off and gets murderized. Very nicely done. Some Ling pressure here. Some Banelings come over to try to deal with it. Ooh. Huge connection. Absolutely huge connection. So 6 roaches at a time here from Reynor. He's going to do some ling pressure. Serral's got a better economy. He might have just made a bunch of drones when that was not the thing that he needed to do. But yeah, here comes the banelings. Here are the lings. Roaches coming across as well. Oops, Serral got a baneling attack. And there's a ling attack here that picked off a few of the drones of Serral as well. So yeah, lings pretty well if they can surround roaches like this. They get like fully surrounded. And here comes Reynor. He's got his roaches. Roach count is currently 12 to 7. +1 attack finishing up. Bam, there we go. So Reynor's +1 attack is done, and Serral's is 7 seconds away, but Reynor backs out. He doesn't like what he sees. He sees that the queens are good. He sees that the roaches are good. 4th base coming in from Reynor here, too. He's like, okay, I've got Serral on the back foot. I can probably get away with an expansion. Creep spread, not as good here, because, you know, creep spread's a double-edged sword in ZVZ. And what it means is, yeah, you can move your stuff across the map faster, but their lings can get across the map faster, too, if you spread creep to help them. So that's why we don't see it. Connecting the bases with creep is about as much as we're going to see here. At least in this matchup. But when it gets into the later games, sometimes you do see more creep just for the visibility. And anyway, roach count is currently 19 to 16. Both players have +1 missile attack. Both players are working on +2 missile attack here as well. 4th base coming up from Serral at the 12 o'clock now. 66 to 70 workers, so Reynor's gone ahead on worker count. Just kind of bouncing back and forth here. Up to Serral, down to Reynor. Up to Serral, down to Reynor. Largely Reynor over the last few minutes, though. Overseer speed kicks in. And actually saves this Overlord, or this Overseer from dying. Gets a nice scout off, sees the Spire. Hey, so Reynor makes the Spire in this game. No, again, he makes the same Spire again. Because this time he's actually okay on roach count, so he can move into Mutas if he wants to. Serral making a Dropper Lord, and also a Hydralisk 10. So he's going to try to deal with these Mutalisks with Hydras, with Spores. Yeah, an Overseer from Reynor comes in and says, is there an enemy Spire? No, but there's a Hydra Den. So you got to watch out for those Hydras. Hydra DPS is nuts. They're pretty good fighters against Mutalisks for sure. So the Mutas are harassing some Overlords. They've got speed. They're a little bit harder to chase down here at this stage of the game. Reynor wants an alternate attack path into this base, but I don't... Yeah, Serral sees this, so he's going to be in position to deal with it. Couple Ravagers here. 119 to 104 army supply. I mean, these Mutas picking off... Trying to pick off Overlords. Really good. Supply blocking in this match was also incredibly good. So what do we got? +2 finished up from Serral, which means Reynor has his +2 as well. And here we go. This is the Roach. Roach mashing in. Hydra's providing a little extra DPS here from Serral. That's nice. If the Hydras aren't getting attacked, they provide some really nice. But a next Concave here from Reynor as well. Doesn't go maybe as well for Serral as he thought he did, but the Hydras... Again, providing that. That's something that StarCraft taught me way back in the Heart of the Swarm days. Is that if you have Roach Hydra against someone who just has Roaches and the Hydras are in the back, they provide a ton of extra DPS. They're amazingly good. It's just their glass cannons. If they're taking direct fire, then that goes poorly for them. They will die too fast to be frontline warriors, but backline warriors, they're great. Bottom right here from Reynor, he's taking another base. Love that from him. The Mutas. This is so hard to do. This is hard to control your Roaches and your Mutas at the same time. If I try this, these Mutas just kind of fly into like a few queens and die. But Serral defending quite nicely, honestly. Okay, picks off a couple of these drones. This huge attack. Oh, the 3rd base of Serral's gonna die. That's humongous. He loses the 3rd base. He's got to split up his army into 2 separate groups here. He's kind of winning on this side, but he's not winning on this side. He loses a hatch. He loses a level in workers. It's 75 to 53 total workers now. And all of a sudden, Reynor has just flipped this script here. His Mutas are causing so many problems. Just harassing all over the place. This attack into the 3rd from Serral, he wasn't quite ready for it. Yes, he does manage to win this battle on the left side, and yes, his army is technically bigger here. But he just keeps getting drones picked off by these mutas that he can't do anything about because they're too fast. If they try to fight against the Hydras, yes, they're going to maybe lose that battle, but they don't. They don't have to fight against the Hydras at all. So Reynor pulls back and says, okay, I'm up 198 to 147 supply. Serral's economy is not good. This is so much Reynor over the last 5 minutes right now, and really over the last 10 minutes overall. The whole game, Reynor's had this little tiny bit of an advantage for like 7 minutes now, I guess, to be more fair. But Tunneling Claws coming in here from Reynor. Infestors on the way here too. These Mutas, again, not going heavy into Mutalisks, just harassing levels of Mutalisks. And yeah, this is not going well for Serral. He gets flanked over there. That goes poorly, and Reynor ends up winning game number 2 of our sneaky twofer. Well done. So both players split, and I get this is what they do. This is what they do when they play StarCraft, is they split, and then someone's got to win the 5th deciding game or the 7th deciding game, and, you know, if you win it, you're good. But they're so even in ZVZ, it's ridiculous. Look how much closer this game was, too. Serral lost 9,900 resources. Reynor lost 9,600 resources. That's it. That was your difference. Ta-da. So, fantastic game. Well done there by Reynor. Does snipe that 3rd base, expanding a little bit faster. Serral went for a less economic build. It hurt him over the course of this game. And, you know, ended up losing 16 drones, 63 roaches. Killed 71. So, I mean, yeah, great job there. The Hydras were good. I'm telling you, the Hydra DPS was excellent. But just not able to keep that base alive, and Reynor's expanding behind it too. So, well done. GG. And that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.